Good afternoon, lovely people. How are you doing? Welcome to our online memory afternoon, episode 110. Piling on the numbers, piling on the pounds. Hope you're doing good out there. The weather report from Colchester is fine to middling. Yeah, that's a weather term. Middling means it's all over the place. 4 seasons in a day, probably. We've had a bit of sunshine, but it's gone now. It'll be back. We have a lovely show for you this afternoon. Hello, Jenny Lithgow, retro queen, queen of the retro raffle scene. She's there, Dr. Jenny Lithgow. Nice to see you. We have the retro raffle itself coming up, memory of the week, talking songs and music. We have our special guest, as long as we can hear her and see her. We're having some technical difficulties, but I'm sure she'll be with us soon. Hopefully, Tom's working on getting it so, as is Sasha herself, Tragic Sasha, aka Sasha. She's going to be singing some songs and chatting with us in a bit. We have Retro Food of the Week is back with a refreshed jingle. I don't know if it's any good. I might have lost my jingle touch. Nobody knows these things. Especially me. We have Jeanette's poem of the week. We have good times for you for the next 90 minutes or so, maybe less, maybe more. No, it should be more. Anyway, let's see. While Tom's working on some technical stuff, let's say hello to Jeanette Lyons. Are you there? Yes.
Here I am. Hello, everyone. Hi, Jono. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, how are you out there? Are you well? Are you bearing up? Have you got the heating on? Are you tucked up with your toddies and your woolly jumpers?
I am.
You are?
Well, I had a kind of weird, I don't know, I thought maybe my throat was getting sore during the week. And I thought, am I coming down with a cold or something? And so I just put myself to bed with a hot black currant with whiskey, and that did the trick. I'm fine, right as rain now.
Wow, just looking on the thing. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
I can't do the spirits. Can't do them.
Well, no, I don't like the taste of them. That's why you have to have hot blackcurrant. That's my get well. Is that or paracetamol?
That masks it, does it?
Well, yeah, it's just a nice little flavour of whiskey, which is when I drink whiskey, I'll have ginger wine or ginger ale in to mask the taste of the whiskey. I don't mind a little hint of it, just not. I couldn't drink it neat.
Your ginger ale, does it have your ginger, what's the other one? Ginger
wine.
Ginger wine. Was it a green label?
Yeah. There's either Stone's, Krabby's or Tesco's own one, which I can't remember what that's called, but it's a fraction of the price of the others.
Yeah.
I think Alday do one as well.
Alday, okay. Yeah. Not Liddell.
They're instead of £8 or £9 a bottle, they're £3 or £3.50 a bottle. Big difference.
I just remember the green bottle in the label in the 70s.
Yeah, they haven't changed it.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice though.
I mean, a lot of those shops I notice when Christmas comes around and people are buying spirity type drinks. You go to Aldi and Lidl and they're quite good, aren't they? I mean,
they're absolutely fine. Although I've got a bit. Well, I say me. Lorraine's got a bit fussy with port lately. She definitely likes late bottled vintage port, not just run of the mill stuff. It's got to be special reserve or something.
Oh, has it now?
Oh yeah, she's a bit special now. She's posh now.
I think we've got Tom coming back. Now Lorraine's posh. I'm just going to invite posh Tom on if he's available. Are you available, Tom?
I think so. Am I available?
Yes. Well, you're coming through loud and clear.
Really low down.
I've tried. We've run it in parallel and it's worked.
Tom ladies and gentlemen, is referring to Sasha and Tom helping her get connected. I can see her. We're going to have a go in a short while. Sasha will be with you soon. But we can't test it out on air live. That would be wrong, wouldn't it? Well done, Tom. Let's see what happens.
Well, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are both of you?
I'm alive. Jeanette seems to be quite alive as always.
I am a bit excited now.
And how's your sister?
Well, I went into town yesterday,
Oh.
and everything's so Christmassy, which is funny for me because that's as Christmassy as I'm going to get this year. I think, although I'm going to come to one of the in-person events before Christmas, the Greenstead one, I think. But I'm going to Thailand for Christmas, so
Cool.
no decorations up this year because I'll be going on the 22nd, but won't be back until the 6th of January, which is the day you take them all down anyway. So
Oh yeah.
it's hard for some, isn't it? I'll go and do it. Keep my sister company in town.
Yeah, it's tough for us out here in Colchester. Longing to be in Thailand over Christmas. I should read a couple of comments. Hello, Jono and Jeanette from Christine. Tom was offline. That's why he's not included, I'm sure, Tom. Jenny Lithgow, in asking how people are, she says she's very happy. Whole bungalow decorated, finished, cleared the garage and got the car in. Going to see Frankenstein at the Headgate Theatre. Well,
Brilliant.
I've heard it's very good.
Okay.
I was in the I didn't know the person before, but I met somebody who's in it the other day when I was in the brew house.
Oh,
who's that?
I can't remember now.
One of the cast.
Frankenstein. He's a friend of Anne's, and we were in the pub, and so yeah, he's very excited about it. Good reviews.
Nice.
Good reviews. I didn't even know it was on.
I can't remember anybody's name. I don't know. I'm useless with names.
Yeah, names.
Who needs them?
Well, Christine says, hello, lovely Tom.
Hello, Christine.
There you go.
Nice to see you.
To see you, nice. Let's do the retro raffle.
Yeah.
It's the retro raffle. It's coming to your screen. It's the retro raffle. Never has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Oh yeah, it's coming to your screen. Retro raffle, Facebook Live. Yeah, indeed.
That's one of the jingles that has stood the test of time. Love that one.
It's all right, isn't it?
Not that I don't love all of them.
Oh, don't be cheeky. Danzy, hi. She says, hello, folks. It's been a while. Toby Roberts is playing Frankenstein, by the way.
Do you not know Toby?
No, I don't know Toby Roberts.
Oh, he lives around the corner from me, and I've starred in several films with him. So I don't know if you've ever seen the little comedy shorts called Chrysanthemum's the Word, Back to the Fuchsia. I did some serious stuff with him as well, called Shared Care, and just different things. He's so I know Toby and his partner Bev quite well. He's a smashing bloke. Yeah. He's really nice.
I might have met him at the pub.
Oh right. Oh okay.
Might be him. I don't know.
Who knows? I mean,
he's got a beard, and all the growth is on the beard and not on the head.
Yeah, sort of a bit like him. Yeah.
Well, that'd be good to play the part of the scientist Frankenstein, because I always used to think like everybody that Frankenstein was the monster when I was little. No, John, don't be thinking those thoughts.
What?
I know, outrageous. So the retro raffle, we have a question for you, and we have a number of little prizes. And in the week, I was looking at previously, we looked at offering prizes of dog hair jumpers, human hair coats, that sort of thing. Now I've got a new one. It's wigs and hats for cats and dogs. Here's one, which is a nice one. This next one, that's probably quite famous, that one, which I think is rather fetching. That second one looks like they'd be called Winnie. I don't know. And then we've got some dog action. Very pleased. And finally, will it fit in? A cat with a chicken on its head. These are the virtual prizes for the retro raffle this week. I particularly love the one next to Tom. The cat with a wig.
Yeah, that's my favourite one.
Just looks so right.
Really
I quite like the dog one, the one below me now.
The one below.
I like that.
So miserable, that
Very
dog's face.
snooty. Really
Oh.
snooty.
Hello, you cheeky little monkey. Hello, I reach you, I touch you. Right, the question for everybody out there, all three of you. I know some people, they join later on in the show, or they start watching the show a little bit in and then go back and watch it straight after. Some people do that. Not loads, but second one looks like Jackie Onassis, says Danzy. Oh, that's a bit hard on Jackie Onassis, I reckon. The question: what was the Beatles' biggest selling song in the UK? Oh, I nearly sung it. I nearly started singing the answer.
You and your musical Tourette's.
Oh yes, I'm sorry about that.
I would guess at that. And on the script for the show, you didn't put the answer.
I know.
So I don't know this. You did that on purpose to let me and Tom have a go, maybe.
Oh yeah, you can have a go. Let's let the public have a little go first.
Yeah.
Dr. Jenny has no idea. That's not a general thing, just about the question.
That was an early hit, wasn't it? No idea, but I don't think it was a big one.
Hey, it was no idea. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I've no idea. Bulldog looks like a woman I know who is affectionately called Codface. To her Codface.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Do you love me? Of course we do, Christine. Yeah, absolutely. Don't tell Brian, but we do.
Yeah, but we kind of love him too, don't we?
Love. Oh no, I nearly sung another song, but it wasn't the right one. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Is that how that one goes?
Something like that. Yeah. I
don't even know if that's a Beatles song, but it's not that one, Chris. Good guess. You do get another guess. How many guesses are we allowing?
10.
At least 3. Oh, 10.
10. Somewhere between 3 and 10.
How long have we got?
Well, you don't mind giving up your weekend. You won't be in Thailand yet, will you?
What about?
No, I've got nothing better to do. Just get the suitcases down from the loft, start packing.
Would it have been one of their more sort of like not so good songs, or is it a good sort of song?
It's a pop song. It's a pop song, as they all were. But let's say that it was during their Fab Four period.
So it's the earlier
period.
Ah, I think I know which one.
Love me do, says Christine. That's not the right answer to do. Sorry, I should stop doing that musical thing because it's not very nice for people. It's not that one, Chris. You get one more guess, up to 10. Anyway, I'm going to put it out to Tom and Jeanette. You get one guess each. One guess each.
And
yes, miss.
Jono.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's Jeanette at the back of the class.
Is it? I want to hold your hand.
No.
Okay.
Good guess, though.
My one guess. A good guess. Yeah.
Is it Michelle?
Michel, ma belle, sont des monts qui vont très bien ensemble. No.
Monkey in there.
Are you getting that weird sort of sound?
Yeah. Is it a phone ringing?
Yeah, it's like a phone sort of under a desk somewhere. But it's it's Tom
Mine?
Jolly. It's Tom Jolly under my desk.
No, it's not my phone.
Is it?
No, you've had your choice, Michelle, Marbelle, Sunday Monkey, Von Très Bien Ensemble.
We've got 10 choices, haven't we?
No,
we've got 3. Everybody else has got 10.
You've got 1.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I've got second choice.
Well, you might need it in a minute because we're going to move on. We're going to move on to memory of the week, and then people can still guess what was the Beatles' biggest selling song in the UK. There's the question. Let's do memory of the week. Memory of the week.
I love that one. Yeah, keep that on there.
I might leave that one there, actually. I quite like it.
I really like that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I used to have white Persian cats, and I would love to have seen them in a wig like that.
Oh, yeah. That's sort of like things to do of a weekend when it's a bit cold outside.
That's what you do. Yeah, you dress up your cats and dogs.
Thinking about it, I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but I do enjoy now watching cat and dog videos on the internet. Do you ever watch cat or dog videos?
I watch cat videos.
Cat videos. Cats doing like walking on their back legs. That's a good one, isn't it?
Or aiming for something and missing, looking quite embarrassed.
That's a big one on the internet. How about you, Tom? Are you into them kind of videos?
I have seen them. I quite like looking at, I don't know if like videos about boats in really bad weather or ships in really bad weather.
Really?
Coming into dock.
Yeah, there's quite a big thing.
Is there?
Yeah.
Wow. I tell you, I haven't lived.
No, so I quite like that.
But you've only just got the internet, Jono. So Tom's obviously had it for quite a while because he is techie.
Yeah, this side of Colchester was running on steam, as you know, for many a year.
Yeah.
Oh, boats coming into harbour in rough seas.
Well, there are some that come in on bars, you know, like the mouths of rivers, and like sometimes you get like the waves being really sort of choppy there because of wind, you know, the like conditions. And they're quite interesting. You get capsizing boats and things.
Wow!
But there is very sort of quite nice, really rough weather, like battleships in really, you know, where they're just sort of ploughing into big waves.
Oh my God!
Oh, I feel seasick at the thought of that.
I mean, what I would watch late at night to get me to sleep sometimes in the past is head massages done by Indian street barbers.
Oh.
That is very relaxing. Though some of the oils they put on, you can see the heat coming off of it. Like they do a chili oil, and you can see the rays coming off somebody's head.
That wakes you up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm not having it done. So,
have you ever listened to those? Like they have videos of sort of frequencies that are supposed to like make you go to sleep.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know we have a friend who likes to listen to it raining to get restful. Yeah. I mean, that just makes me want to have a wee, personally.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, but there's one where they just play like a frequency. I don't know what it is. You know, 430.
Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Yeah, no, I can imagine that. I'm just worried about how I would react to the battleships in high waves.
Well, no, they're quite nice, but I tried the frequency thing and felt really sleepy.
Did you?
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're just like, oh, crikey.
Oh,
I'd love to have a go of that then. Send me a link to that, Tom. I struggle with sleep.
There's loads of them. Just look them up on YouTube.
Yeah, but we want the one that you get that makes you sleepy.
I can't remember that one.
Oh, you can't remember that one?
Quite a long time ago.
I'm writing it down.
Would it harm my tinnitus?
No. Well, you don't. Well, it depends how loud you put it. I mean, if you put two bloody great speakers each side, I'm sure it would. Yeah.
No, just something. Some sounds make my tinnitus. Say that.
No, it's sort of like a hummy, sort of drony sort of sound.
Ah, that's all right. Mostly that's what I call ambient music.
It's sort of, yeah. I mean, it is sort of like the most ambient music ever.
I just one tone. It's a bit Miz. It's a bit Miz. Anyway, I should catch up with the comments. Gwendolyn says, I did not get a reminder today. Sorry, I am late, Gwen. Gwen, sorry you didn't get a reminder. If you follow our page, our Facebook page, you normally get a reminder saying that we're live or we've posted a photo or whatever. But if it didn't work, it's out of our control. But sorry it happened. She says,
You're here now. You haven't missed
You're here now. You haven't missed much. It's just us nattering on. Have a good day to you all and to you, Gwen. Christina. Hi, Christina. Partner of Dave Collison, aka Roy Orbison. She says, have fun, folks. You're doing a great job. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. You're not too bad yourself. Christine said Hard Day's Night. She's still trying.
That was going to be another of my guesses, actually.
She was still trying for the question in the retro raffle was, what was the Beatles' biggest selling song in the UK? And unfortunately, it's not that one, Christine or Tom, but there we go. Wendy says she likes the distant thunderstorm to go to sleep on Alexa. She listens to, sorry. Oh, okay. Distant thunderstorm. Sounds nice of an evening. Yeah. Just trying to picture what that would be like, because you're thinking, oh, they're getting it over there. I'm not getting it. I'm safe here. Gwendolyn says, yes, I know that. Okay, thank you. Jenny says, I don't watch videos, but someone sent me some steam engines close up thundering through stations. I love them. When I was a child at Colchester Station meeting my father, I remember the Norwich Express thundering through the station. Terrifying, but I loved it. Oh, I love steam trains too. Don't know why. I think it's probably because my dad worked as a, he was the one that fed the fireman, I think they called it, something like that. I wonder what our cat thinks. Let's see. Have you, Cat with a wig, have you got an answer to the question, what was the Beatles' biggest selling song in the UK? No, not from the cat either.
Can it help?
Oh, does it need somebody? Not anybody. Well, if it went that way, it would be wrong. It would be so wrong.
Just checking.
You're on your ninth guess.
That's my second guess.
Oh, is it? Let's say goodbye to Kat for a little while. Let's welcome our special guest. Oh no, I ain't done the thing yet. I've not even done the memory of the week. Sorry, Sasha. Hold fire just a tick. What was your favourite song when you were young and that you still love now? Yes, when I was young and still love now. Cool. Can you remember them, Jeanette?
Oh, do you know what? I would say anything by the Beatles. I absolutely love the Beatles.
The Beatles, you love them?
Yeah, I do. I like lots of their songs, partly because I like to consider myself as a harmony singer, and I really like the Beatles harmonies. And I've sung lots of Beatles songs live, and I sing in the same key as Paul McCartney. So I would always sing his part. Yeah, and I think they're really clever songs.
Oh, that's probably why I've never seen you and Paul McCartney in the photo together. Because you're doing the same job, aren't you, really?
We are.
Only one of you's needed. How about you, Tom? Songs that you liked as a child?
Yeah, probably Beatles. Like probably Beatles as well. My mum used to listen to the Beatles a lot.
Yeah, mine had lots of their 45 singles.
Yeah. I've got a Spanish version of the White Album.
Have you?
Have you?
Yeah.
What, where they sing in Spanish?
No.
Spanish import sort of thing.
Well, yeah, it's got everything inside's in Spanish.
Oh, see.
Right.
Christine said Brian's guessing Yellow Submarine. Sorry, no, Brian, it's not that one. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. But first, while you think about those songs, let me welcome our guest after teasing her earlier. Let's get rid of the cat. See you, Cat. We're going to welcome Sasha. Are you there? Can we hear you? Oh, no. We can't hear Sasha. Oh, my Jesus Christ. What are we to do? We could just look. I mean, she's very beautiful. We could just look at her. About 3-minute look at Sasha songs.
Okay.
Enough, because we need a piano and we need a voice.
Maybe
we need to get technical again, Tom.
Yeah, maybe I'll have another chat.
Technical.
Have another chat.
All right, we're going to take Tom off and Sasha. See you in a minute, Sasha. Sorry about that. Don't know why the gremlins are out today.
There's something, on a lot of weeks, some little quirk that Be Live do, don't they? So.
Yeah, Tom's just ringing. I can see that in my undergarden. Songs that we liked when we were young. Hi, Ben.
What was the first record you bought, Jono?
The first record I bought.
When we were talking about when we were really young and stuff, like Tom and I, our mums liked the Beatles and had their records.
Yeah.
But the first records that you buy yourself, what kind of thing did you buy?
It's a good question, because my sister and brother liked the Beatles, and so there was a sort of legacy of them T-Rex, things like that. The first record I bought was ELO, Living Thing. It's a living thing.
Yeah.
Terrible
that was my little brother's first record that he bought, and it's his birthday today. So how weird is that?
Is that Thomas?
No, this is Alan. My
happy birthday, Alan. I know you're not tuning in, but
yeah, no, he's a lorry driver.
He's a lorry driver. He could watch while he's driving. No, that's illegal.
But that was his first record.
Was it really? Yeah. I think I bought it in Woolworths in Stoke Newington.
Yeah.
Could have been Dalston, but it was definitely Woolworths. They used to sell records. Used to love that. Going to little record shops. Al Prime, was that one?
I think it was, yeah. Woolworths, I remember.
Dancy said, yeah, go on.
Sorry, I was just thinking that record, Living Thing, I can't remember what was on the B-side, but I just remember something about that record. There was this kind of weird sound at the end of it after a little gap. And I decided on our old radiogram that you could kind of turn it around and play it. And it had something backwards on that. And it was either on Living Thing side or it was possibly on the B-side, of which I can't remember what it was. So long ago.
So long ago. I normally remember all of the B-sides of 7-inch singles that I bought. I always remember I bought Oliver's Army by, was it Oliver's Army?
Elvis Costello.
And on the B-side was My Funny Valentine, a version.
Oh, I love that.
Danzy's first record was Love Grows Where My Rosemary Grows.
Oh, right.
Love goes where my rosemary grows, and nobody knows like me. Tom's Hardy, in between, technically helping Sasha, says deepest sleep music 528 hertz, miracle tone healing, positive energy sleep, delta waves. He's getting a little list of things that send us to sleep. You mustn't.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah. You mustn't tune into those now, people, because you will be gone. Yeah, you missed the show. So maybe we should just move on to the next thing whilst Tom's assisting Sasha, because it's going to take a little while. He's sending videos. Don't look at those videos now. God blimey. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's do retro food of the week, Mark 2. Do you like food? Belly full of yum when you know you're gonna get some. Do you like food? Never bubble gum, but joy for your tum-tum. And it all comes down to this. Retro food was rather bland, but bliss. Oh, retro food, how I loved you so. Oh, retro food.
Great jingle. That's fabulous.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad in my jingle form. I've just realised that I've not got the pictures. Like the last thing I should do is get the pictures for what we're talking about. Oh.
Well, I could bring them up on my phone and then hold it against the camera if you like.
No, I think I've got them on my screen. I've just not put them on.
Find them.
Bear with me a second while
I know that under your screen in your nether regions, you have a whole picture display of lots of different things, including me, Tom, Sasha, and just pictures of all the different things. It must be quite confusing. So you do well to do that, Jono. I would get it in a right muddle. I'd be putting all wrong things up. Cats with wigs when it should be food. I couldn't eat a whole cat.
Well, I normally prepare the show, like the running order, and that a couple of days ahead, and then do. Right, we got one. Then I do the little pictures and that afterwards. Trying to find the other one, which I'll have to see if I've got it, but it'll be around in a minute. So the first one, retro food of the week, Vesta Ready Meals. It was the archetypal TV dinner. It was launched in 1961 by the very British firm of Batchelors. Vesta Curry was a testament to our growing passion for Indian food and the fact that we preferred TV to conversation. That may not have changed, although, thank God, Vesta Curries have. They may have been the height of exoticism in the 60s, but this suspiciously shiny brown goo tasted more of Worcester sauce than anything from an Indian subcontinent. Then again, we didn't know any better. These are other words, not one I've written. Flavors: beef curry and rice, chow mein, beef risotto, chicken curry and rice, and paella. Tell me, Jeanette, do you recall Vesta ready meals, Vesta curries?
I do remember them. And do you know, my friend Gary was round this morning for brunch, and we talked about this because he identifies as a vegetarian, which is, I said, is that like it's not like Vestafarian, where that's a lifestyle religious choice. He's a vegetarian, which is that he only eats Vesta meals. He's always like them. I've only ever tried, I think, one of his once years ago, maybe 40 years ago. I had a bite of it. That's the only time I've had it. So, but we looked it up on Tinternet this morning over brunch, and we've discovered that they are available on Amazon, but they're like £12.
What, for
$11.99
for Vesta curry?
$13.99. Yeah, but then when you click on it, it's not available right now. So I don't know.
Let me give you a tip.
Yeah.
Pound stretchers, B&M home bargains.
Right.
Try it in that order, and you will be successful.
Well, I've got a note here to go to B&M to get some thermal brushed leggings for when I'm out on the motorbike in the winter. So I shall put
they have
Gary's Christmas present, Vesta curries.
They have had them in, though. I think, pound stretcher was the first call. But you see, I asked that because when we do our live variety show, a sort of end of year public show for everybody on the 11th of December, One Colchester Community Hub in Colchester, between 2 and 4 bookings are available. We will be presenting the retro raffle, and we will have lots of retro prizes. Most of them bought in the 70s, but best before date, so they're okay. But some bought locally. I know mention of Fray Bentos pies and Vesta was been very much mentioned upon. So they.
Gary, do you remember the chow mein one? And he looked up a picture. He said that the redeeming thing about the chow mein one, obviously, it was noodles with bits and pieces in, but you got a little tiny packet of like prawn crackers, and you sprinkle it on the top. And you imagine if you went to actually a Chinese restaurant and you got your chow mein and sprinkled bits of prawn crackers on the top. I think this would be a bit like the curries that my mum used to make, which there weren't really curries in the 70s. And she used to cook up, as she always did, her awful mince and onion. And then she'd put a couple of big spoons of curry powder in and a handful of sultanas. And she'd serve that with long grain rice. And that was a curry. It was a beef curry. Awful.
70s, what they did to us. Are you okay, Tom?
Yeah. So
Sasha.
Again, okay. I've sort of run it in parallel and it's fine. I wonder if you take me off and get Sasha on, so that there's not so many people on the screen.
We'll do that in a sec. I think we'll just finish this little piece. Yeah. So the first choice was Vesta ready meals or Vesta curry. We'll be with you shortly, hopefully, Sasha. Bear with us. It goes against the pot noodle, both of which are available, but the pot noodle much more easier to find. The pot noodle was instant noodles, originally invented in 1958 by Momofuku Ando, and cup noodles developed by his company Nissin Foods in 1971. They're still available too. Golden Wonder launched the pot noodle brand in the United Kingdom in 1977. In July 1995, Best Foods, which produces Hellmann's mayonnaise, paid then owner Dalgety PLC $280 million for its Golden Wonder pot noodle instant hot snacks manufacturing business. Flavors now certainly always have been chicken and mushroom. Now they've got one called a Bombay Bad Boy, and of course chow mein, which comes in every dried. So basically, all of these things, Vestas and pot noodles, they were sort of dried in some way by machinery. They give you a little bit of flavouring that you put in with it, and then you just add hot water, leave to stir and leave to sit for a few minutes. Is that correct?
I've never had a pot noodle.
No, have I? No, I'll tell a lie. When I worked on the underground, we had them. It was underground.
Never tried one. I don't think I would like them. But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I should try one day. But I can't bring myself to buy one. But everybody needs to get their votes in. Chrissy's voted.
Yeah, Chrissy's got a vote in. Dansy's listening over the Bluetooth in her car, like listening to your radio show. A lot of people say that, and a lot of people do that. I think it's something to do with our faces. They prefer us on the radio.
Faces for radio. That's what we have. Radio.
So what would be your vote between Vesta ready meals, Vesta curries and others, or a pot noodle? Tom, we've not given you the opportunity to sprout... I can't fit the word now, to talk about pot noodles.
I a long time ago, I think I've tried a pot noodle, but I make my own by getting by getting noodles. Yeah, funnily enough.
See what you did there.
And if you get, I don't know, like a vegetable bouillon, like the French.
Yeah, bouillon.
Yeah.
Stock cube.
Shove that in with your noodles and hot water. Really nice pot noodle.
Yeah, that's something my wife does actually. Yeah, little bit bouillon. I call it bouillon, but I can't pronounce words. So there we go. Get your votes in. There's a pass from Jenny. There's a pot noodle from Chrissy. I know you're out because the sunshine's come out. You're out in the world and you're not
pass noodle.
But yeah, pass noodle. Pass vote on pot noodle or Vesta ready meal, Vesta curry. I'm going to take that off the screen. I'm going to have a go now whilst you're doing that voting stuff to see if we can actually reach by telepathic signal Sasha.
Do you want me to get off so that Tom? Well, no, Tom should stay on to see if there's any problems. Oh,
too late. I've taken him off. Still not working, Sasha. Oh, Sasha. Maybe I could do an impression of Sasha. If I all at my feet any day. No, I couldn't do an impression of Sasha. That's
I think to get Tom back and take me off, because then
you're gone. You're history. Right, let's try you off and Tom back on. 3, 2, 1.
I'm not sure. I don't know if you want to redo Jig Yourself, Jono. And
I'm not rejigging myself in a public arena. Jesus Christ. Well, if I all right, I can take myself off, but if I do it, rejig myself.
Yeah, no, maybe not.
That would end the broadcast. Yeah. So let me just hide and see what happens.
Anything? No. No. Come back, Jono.
I can hear Jeanette laughing in my own.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's going to work, is it?
Oh, Sasha.
What did you do before to so that you could hear Sasha when you were off? Two something.
2 people.
Oh, it's like
people.
Try 2
people. 2 people. So try
2 people. Okay, so that I'm going to do it. I'm going to take you off. Sorry, I love you, but bye. Sorry, I love you, bye. 2 people. Hello, no. Do you want to try just re-logging in, and I'll stay here and wait for you, Sasha, if that's their last attempt. So I won't bring anybody else on. I'll just talk amongst myself for a minute. I'm going to talk about retro food. I did rather like Vesta curries when I was young, and I thought it was they were very exotic. How little I knew then that I know now. It's a different world. But then again, I never went to an Indian restaurant or Chinese restaurant till I was in my 20s. Yeah, probably. Or more or less 20s. Let's try Sasha again. Going to bring you on, Sasha, and see if it works while I'm whittling on. Hello. Oh, no sound, Sasha. Oh, I'm really sorry, Sasha. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, which is a real shame because Sasha's such a gifted artist, and it's such a joy to have her on the show. I'm just going to bring back the others because this isn't working, I'm afraid.
I'll have another phone call with Sasha, and then we'll see if we can work something out.
Yeah.
Differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, we'll just leave the cat there in celebration of Sasha, and we'll take you off. Let me find your page. Sorry, Sasha. We want to hear Sasha. We see her, but we want to hear her. Going to take Sasha off. Tom's going to go and do one last bit of dealing, and the cat in the middle.
Tomcat.
Where you at?
I like that, Tomcat.
Tomcat.
What you did.
Indisputable leader of the gang.
I heard so cats, male cats are called Toms, and female cats are called Queens.
Really?
That's lovely. I think it's really nice. Yeah,
Really?
I like that they're all queens. No princesses, just queens. And that's a thing lately that people refer to females as, instead of like darling or sweetie or whatever, they say queen. I like that.
I like it. I've never known that all my years of owning cats.
Oh, right.
My cat comes in and out all the time, and she comes in like
wigs.
In wigs, and she likes a little shoulder massage, then goes back out after about 3 or 4 minutes, then comes back in, and then all through the evening she's like, well, now looking for where I am. Sometimes she'll come in through the cat flap, walk straight past me. I'm going to see she's on a mission looking for me, and I'm not hiding. I think she's
look up. You're very tall.
Yeah, she's about 12 now, so she's become more homely.
Yeah,
only a little one. She's like a miniature one. She's like that big. Got her in my hand. Well, so whilst we're going on, we're not getting any votes, so I don't know. This is the greatest one. We've had one vote. This is the worst, but it's Hey, we've got a clear winner.
We have.
But
do I need to write it on the chart? Is it too soon? Do you think?
I don't think it's too soon. The way today's going, it's a disaster, darling. It's an absolute technical disaster.
Right, here we go then.
And the winner this week of Retro Food of the Week, Pot Noodle, wins. It's a massacre.
It's a landslide.
Massacre. It's a landslide. There we go. Pot Noodle, you've been redeemed. I think I need to put something that people like next time. So for the last time, let's say goodbye to Retro Food of the Week.
Yeah. With the jingle?
Do you like food? Belly full of yum when you know you're gonna get some. Do you like food? Never bubble gum, but joy for your tum-tum. And it all comes down to this. Retro food was rather bland, but bliss. Oh, retro food, how I loved you so. Goodbye, Retro Food. We will never see you again. So,
you're so clever that you can write a jingle about absolutely anything. I like that.
Well, I don't know. My as you know, my jingle game has been diminished. I actually
no one you did that I did
terrible,
take Mickey a bit.
It was terrible.
I felt really cheeky saying that I was
no, not at all.
I love your jingle.
I love it when I'm insulted. That's really good. Well, I mean, I just about got the note on that jingle yesterday. I realised since COVID, I've not got a range in my voice that I had.
Is it because you're really not practicing? Weird.
Well, no, because you know me, I'm like walking, talking, singing guy. No, I mean I sing a lot, and I sing at the club when we do the in-person ones. I mean, I don't do a performance as such, but
do you think it might be age? Because I know that lots of no, just as people mature, their voices change and they get lower pitched, and people like Elton John. I think I told you before. I saw him when he played in Colchester. And he was amazing, and he kept all the songs in the same key. But when he got to the kind of like really high notes, I'm thinking, how is he doing that? And then I thought, oh, and his mouth is shut as well. And he'd start the word, and then the conga player would take over the word and take it. It was so clever. I was thinking, how is he doing that? Because he was up on the big screen, even though I was far away, that I could see that he'd start singing the word and then he'd stop, but the word would carry on. And it was the conga player. And Barbara Streisand has dropped the key of all her songs to
semi-toned down
voice.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's happening with you at a very young age.
Exactly, darling. Exactly. I'll try it a few semitones down, see how it goes. I think it's just I think its recovery takes a little bit longer, and I need to do more breathing exercises. Va 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 vi 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 va 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 va.
Well, Gary and I were
sorry.
Gary and I were talking this morning about getting a voice training lesson, because I sing a lot, as you know, with the band, and
Yes,
and Graham's written me a new song this week, and he sent me the tune of it and said, you know, check if this is in the right key, because it's got quite a wide range to sing, and I didn't know if it's too low or too high and whatever. And I was really pleased with myself that I could meet both ends of it, so he'd written it in the right key. But I've also been accused of singing like a mouse, that I don't have any power when I sing, which I agree, most of the time I don't. So that's, you know, voice training. I think Gary and I are going to find someone, so I will learn to project more, darling. So do you want to find out who we're going to choose for our voice training?
Is there a choice?
Well, I guess there can't be just one person to train you with your voice. So
right. No. Oh God, no! I think I'd give up if I had to go to voice training.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to, for me, and I'm not being insulting to you, but for me personally, if there's a task to be done, I want to be able to know that I can do it myself. If it's a case of not training my voice overall, but really getting the strength back, I need to get the strength back in my diaphragm, and do some
and
work
know the exercises to do that.
Yeah. Sorry, it sounded being rude. I wasn't. I'm just saying. I always think I've got to have a real good go at something myself first, and only then, because I haven't had a chance to have a go lately. It's just been too busy with the club. But yeah, I'll try it, and if not, I will be giving you a little nudge. Well,
I didn't start singing till I was quite old, so I think my voice had already decided on its lower range.
Yeah, I mean, so most people get an octave.
Have a training.
Most people get a couple of octaves out.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so. If they train well enough. I've got to do some work on it. You know, this year I haven't sort of been. Well, I've not been doing live performances as a singer for a while. I was meant to, someone in the week, I think it was Christina and Dave, said, "Oh, do you still do shows, or do you do shows at all? Or you should sing and do shows." I agree. I gave that up mostly for the Warm and Toasty Club, so that I could put my time and energy into doing something that's worthwhile, that makes a difference to people's lives, if sometimes in small ways, sometimes in bigger ways.
But you record a lot, and that's lovely to hear.
I'm still recording artiste. Yeah, I still release albums, and my recent one I've been promoting for part of the year. Probably be another one next year. I don't know. I was worried that I'd go back to it after COVID, and I wouldn't be able to write a song. I wouldn't be able to sing. So yeah, it's just taking time. But you are right. You need to practice, and you need to see if it works, and if not, get on Jeanette on the phone and Gary and say, right, let's get to the voice technician
training.
Yes. I just read a couple of comments. Ben says, I don't like pot noodles, so I'll pass on that. I think you're like everybody else other than one. Wendy says, I dropped a pot noodle on the carpet once. It stained it so badly, it put me off eating any more of them. Oh, blimey, really?
What's that doing to your insides?
But then again, my brother used to sort of make me drink bottles of vinegar for a dare, and they're quite good for you, you know. Well, whole bottles, you don't want to drink that, but I think they clean it out. And actually, white vinegar is good, especially with baking soda, for lots of cleaning situations. Anyway, there we go. Tom's ready to join the broadcast. We're going to have, it seems we're going to have another go with Sasha. I'm going to take, let's bring Tom on first.
Yeah.
Maybe let's see what Tom's got to report first. Hi, Tom.
Hello. Right, we're gonna try a completely different thing, completely different setup. So fingers crossed.
And with all of us on for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring Sasha on and see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Live and direct via a different medium. Are you there, Sasha?
Hello.
Hi. Yay! Excellent.
Oh gosh. technology.
Stress and strains of online broadcasting.
So irritating. Yeah.
Yes. And have you brought your piano with you?
Well, I've got a different piano set up in the room, but it's not set up. It's just set up to kind of come out loud rather than through the computer. So
give us a chord. Give us a chord. Lovely. Right, we're going to get out of your way and see how this goes. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. we don't know if she's only got 50p in the meter or much more, but she's here with us all the way from wherever she is. It's the wonderful Tragic Sasha, London.
Thank you. Why do they let me down again? I sold a tightrope, and then when the line broke, I called it a friend. Will all of this make sense? I'm trying to find the arrangement of this thread that forms the wider tapestry. I don't know where I'm going, don't know where I'll be at the end of the story. I don't know what it means. I'll be okay and you won't unravel me. It's just one part of the tapestry. Why do they let me down again and again and again? I stroke the bruises in all the same places. Their hurting's a form of revenge. This pain's not permanent, won't try to fight it. It's all a lesson learned that forms the wider tapestry. I don't know where I'm going, don't know where I'll be at the end of the story. I don't know what it means. I'll be okay and you won't unravel me. It's just one part of the tapestry. I don't know where I'm going, don't know where I'll be at the end of the story. I don't know what it means. I'll be okay and you won't unravel me. It's just one part of the tapestry.
Yay!
Worth the wait. Definitely worth the wait.
Okay. All part of the tapestry, I reckon, all of this going on. That was lovely. Very lo-fi, even for our standards, in terms of the picture, but the sound quality was very nice.
Oh, the picture was bad. Oh, do you know? No, I'm done with technology.
It's not that you look lovely and you got lovely teeth.
Turn it up. Turn your camera slightly different angle.
Okay.
Upwards a bit more.
Upwards. The other way. That's
like
it.
That.
Oh, there you
that
are.
Better.
Yeah.
For your eyes now.
Yeah.
Oh, can you just see my teeth?
Just your mouth, and from kind of there down at the moment.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Not the top of your head.
I'm getting the full picture because it's on my phone.
So yeah, because it's like.
But I see. So it's only got a little square. So
it's only got a little square to work with.
Okay, hang on. Maybe
what we see is very nice. Oh, look, there she is. She's very beautiful, and it sounds lovely. Is that a new song?
That's actually a song that I wrote for somebody else recently, but I just like the sentiment, and I don't think she's going to end up using it. So I was like, I'll steal that one.
That'll be on my next release.
Good choice.
Good choice. Good, well-written song. Beautiful song.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Ben says you have a beautiful voice, wonderful singing.
Oh, thank you.
And Chrissy says, only got sound. You're all frozen. Oh, my word. I'm sorry to hear that. Let me check my monitor.
You only needed the sound, really.
Yeah, no, I'm watching it on my phone, and it's all okay.
It's all okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, while we've got you and there's still about 35 pence left in the meter, do you want to do another one now, Sasha?
Yeah, go on then.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Good on you. You're game and you're trying, and we appreciate you taking the time and effort, because we know how stressful it can be with technology. Jenny says, listening but can't comment. I've put hand cream on and don't want to get a sticky keyboard. Okay, Dr. Jenny. Well, we're going to get out of your way. Sasha's going to do another song now, ladies and gentlemen. Do hang around, check her out. She's rather wonderful. This is, once again, the rather wonderful Sasha.
Guess I'll just take what I'm given. Seems like it's all I can get. When did I lose all my value? Away someone's mistake. 'Cause I'm just a girl in a taxi. He's coming back with me. When we are kissing, I'm tasting the shame in his face. When we wake up, it's always the same. Why'd you have to go ahead and make us just another of your morning afters? All of our cards on the table makes it so hard to pretend. I could be somebody special, but I just fill the space in their beds. 'Cause I'm just a girl in a taxi. He's coming back with me. When we are kissing, I'm tasting the shame in his face. When we wake up, it's always the same. Why'd you have to go ahead and make us just another of your morning afters? We took something before us, kept it in my bedroom drawer. Did this become so normal? I don't know. One day I'm sure you won't regret the night before I wake up to something more than I have over and over. But I'm just a girl in a taxi. He's coming back with me. When we are kissing, I'm tasting the shame in his face. When we wake up, it's always the same. Why'd you have to go ahead and make us just another of your morning afters?
Oh, Regina Spektor couldn't have done it better. That was lovely. It put me in mind of a Regina Spektor song, which is rather wonderful.
I love Regina Spektor.
Yeah, what's the one laughing at?
Oh yeah, no one's laughing at God in a hospital. Yeah, I like that one.
That's a beautiful one. Ben says you look beautiful, Sasha.
Thank you.
Great performance. Wendy adds such a beautiful voice.
That's very kind. Thank you very much.
Yes, we got 2 songs out of you, and we're hoping to get one more.
Yeah.
So pleased that you're able to moved to your mobile device. And it's reaching people. It's funny, the internet. Great computers in general. Great when they work. Terrible when they don't.
Yeah, totally.
So if you're able to hang five for just a moment, we'll just do. Jeanette's going to do a lovely poem, and we'll be back with you shortly. Don't go anywhere. Put another 50p in the meter. Thanks, Sasha. We'll see you in a sec. What a wonderful voice.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, absolutely. And well done, Tom, as well, for working out an alternative solution.
Well,
so that we can get
she had quite a lot. Sasha had quite a lot to do. She had to download an app, and
well,
she did it. You did it together.
Yeah, good that she persevered and that we got the benefit of that, didn't we?
Yeah, it's great to hear her voice. Great to hear her singing. Let's do poem of the week.
Poem of the week. It's sometimes short and sweet. It's poem of the week, and it's always magnifique.
What a great jingle!
That's the only jingle I've written. But I'm quite proud of myself. Music and words. Not impressive, really. So today's poem of the week. This is one from one of my favourites, as I think you probably all know by now, Brian Bilston. And this one's, this is not the poem that I had hoped to write. This is not the poem that I had hoped to write when I sat at my desk and the page was white. You see, there were other words that I'd had in mind, yet this is what I leave behind. I thought it was a poem to eradicate war, one of such power it would heal all the sores of a world torn apart by conflict and schism, but it isn't. Lovers, I'd imagined, would quote from it daily. Mothers would sing it to soothe crying babies, and whole generations would be given new hope. Nope. I had grand aspirations. Believe me, I tried. Humanity examined with lessons applied. But the right words escaped me. So often they do. Have these in lieu. This is not the poem that I had hoped to write, by Brian Bilston. He is a clever, funny guy.
He's your fave, isn't he?
He is my favourite, yeah.
Alongside really Mr. Martin Newell, of course.
Mr. Martin Newell and Mr. John Cooper Clarke. Yeah. Yes. I quite like Kate Tempest, but I prefer her delivery definitely than mine.
Kay Tempest now.
Oh, right. Oh, see, it's a while since I've seen her.
More fluid, yeah. Still great.
Brilliant. Genius girl.
Wendy says, was going to ask which poet you read the other week. Thanks for the reminder. Oh, there you go. You said it already. Christine says,
I've read that one before, have I?
No, I think you mentioned the poet.
Poet Brian Bilston. Yeah.
Brian Bilston.
He's got several books out, all of which I would like. I don't have any of them. I know you've bought some, Jono. At least one.
At least one.
But yeah, I think maybe I should buy myself his whole back catalogue for Christmas.
Instead of going to Thailand, you could.
I don't think they're that expensive. Thailand's not cheap. But yes, I will treat myself. Maybe for my birthday. It's my big 60th coming up. So I shall.
Where, when?
New Year's Day. New Year's Day. I will be 60. Hence, big trip. And not Cuba because they've run out of food, but Thailand instead. So
Cuba's run out of food.
I'm going to be well old.
Lorraine's banned from Cuba anyway, isn't she?
They have not got enough rum for her.
She dried it out last time she was there.
For anyone tuning in, Lorraine is Jeanette's sister. She's lovely.
Yeah, who's ribbed a lot.
Did I say Christine says, lovely Jeanette?
Thank
you. And you are a Capricorn then, says Wendy.
Yes, I am. Definitely. Are you?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, right. Okay.
Are
you a Capricorn, Wendy?
And what are you, Tom?
Scorpio, the same as Jono.
Oh.
Our birthdays are only about a week apart, I think.
Yeah, so really soon, right? Because my little brother's birthday today, and he's a Scorpio.
Yeah, it ends quite soon.
Tom, I missed your birthday. What date does it fall on?
Yeah.
29th.
Facebook didn't.
29th. On the
October.
29th of October.
I should write that down.
And
when's yours, Jono?
24th. I know you missed it.
24th of October.
24th. Get it straight. Don't get it twisted. Right, let's welcome back our lovely guest. I think she's got 30p now in the meter. No, 29p. Here she is, Sasha, all the way from London. Hello. Sasha.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yes, we are alive and we're breathing, which is always a bonus. What star sign are you?
What star sign? I'm a Pisces.
Oh, a Pisces. What are they like then?
I've heard they're very emotional, very over emotional, dramatic.
Great for your songs.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Some people have said I'm very Pisces, but
oh, have they?
I wouldn't like to comment.
Did you give them a little nudge or a little slap?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just like a really big scene in the street when they said it. How could you do that?
Proper drama.
Yeah, drama.
Yeah, maybe next time. That's what I'll do.
So tell us a little bit, if you may, what you've been up to lately. You spoke of that song that you sung, just the last one, that you wrote it for somebody else, and then you decided you wanted to keep it yourself. Is that what's been filling your time? Tell us, what you've been up to.
Yeah, so I've been doing lots of work for other people recently, but I'm kind of going to start releasing music myself in the new year again. So I'm kind of been preparing all of that stuff whilst also doing all of the writing and production for other people. So just been very busy kind of doing stuff I'm doing a lot of like alternative pop music at the moment for other people, lots of like up and coming musicians, kind of helping them do what I used to do, well, what I will be doing again in the new year.
Jono.
Yes, Tom.
Take me off a second because the camera thing will sort it.
There you go, Tom. I've done it. Tom's just sitting in my undergarden. He'll be back in a minute. Yeah, it's absolutely exhausting though, isn't it? Being sort of like a modern artist and having to you have to do so much yourself. Often people are represented, but it's really hard. And how does it translate for you in terms of going back to doing live shows? Has that happened yet? Are you planning? Where are you with that?
Yeah, I'm kind of it has been difficult. It's been really difficult. I think the pandemic was a real shame for me in terms of like kind of career stuff. Things were going quite well, and then the pandemic happened, and it I mean, you know what happened. I don't need to go back into pandemic mode, but I am planning on doing some more live shows, but I think I'm just kind of, I want to ease myself into it again and just start releasing music, and then kind of see if I can build a bit more of a fan base first, and then, because I think the most stressful thing about playing live is hoping that people will turn up. And yeah, it's just a kind of, it's almost like a chicken and egg thing. It's like you do gigs to build a fan base, but then if nobody comes to the gigs, then you haven't proved that you've got it's very political.
It is, and it's also notable for people who might not know this, but for artists sort of doing tours, there's a big thing at the moment where artists have gone back to do tours and they just can't literally afford it because of the pandemic, because of the war in Ukraine, because other things that had happened in the UK in recent years. Everything shot up, as we all know. The price of everything shot up, and there's so many artists that I know, or I either follow or I know personally, who've not been able to sort of do tours. They've had to cancel them because it's just, the margins are just ridiculously thin and almost impossible for some people. So it's really hard. And you're right, it's sort of like we're going back to that. How do we know you've got a following before we book you?
Yeah.
and for people that don't know this as well, Sasha, is a lot of venues now want to take a cut out of the artist's merchandise. So there'll be CDs, perhaps vinyl, some clothing, badges. Some venues, which I think is absolutely outrageous, want to take a 20, 30, 40% cut of anything you make on merchandise. That's mad.
Ridiculous.
It's not their
ridiculous.
area. So
No.
I don't like that at all. They shouldn't be involved in that.
It's very difficult. Like it's very difficult, and it feels it just feels like, as the artist and as the creator, other people in the industry seem to dip into your own kind of pockets when you don't have much there to begin with. I mean, you know, being an artist is, you don't go into it for the money. I'll tell you that. Like, it's difficult. Like, and it feels like everybody is kind of dipping from the same pool, you know, even the more business aspects of things that you wouldn't expect necessarily to get a cut of the artist's work. Everybody does, you know.
I have known recently as well of quite a few venues that have had to cancel gigs because they want to pay the artist, you know, a good amount, the correct amount to be performing, but they haven't made enough on pre-sale tickets that they've had to cancel the gig because they're not going to be covering their overheads, and they're not going to have enough to pay the band. They're not going to have enough to pay their staff based on just the pre-ticket sales. And they can't guarantee that people are going to get off their sofas and actually go out and pay for tickets on the night. They can't risk that and being out of pocket. I think venues are having a tough enough time anyway, but to be dipping into merchandise, it's not the way to deal with it. But it's very sad that any gigs are cancelled for whatever reason, venue or artist.
Yeah, I think it's also the kind of the way people purchase things now. People are quite last minute. Especially with events like that. A lot of people that I know will just go down on the night and just buy a ticket on the night, especially young people. That tends to be unless it's Taylor Swift, people generally just kind of turn up on the day, which is always a struggle before for me when I was putting on shows, trying to force my friends to buy a ticket in advance.
And also, we're in an age where content is just too much content in our lives. We can't manage it, and sort of it's difficult times. And I know we're an upbeat show, and this is more of a serious subject, but I just feel like, where would we be without the music in our lives? And from the creative industries, music industry and the creative industries have had it the most tough out of all the industries out there. There's not been any support, you know, from the government. There has been support from different ages, PRS Foundation and things like that. But anyway, I'm just sort of wanted to hear your side of it and just say that, you know, a song to me is one of the most valuable things you will buy in your life. It's one of the most value for money things you will buy in your life. A song might cost you £1, an album might cost you £10, £15, whatever it is. But it lasts forever. It doesn't break down. It doesn't need a repair person to come and fix it. And it's always there for you when you call on it. You might find you don't always need it every day of your life, but when you go back to it, it's always there. And what else can you get for, you know, £1 that does that for you and enriches your life? And I just think sort of it's such a shame when we devalue music so much and we devalue art in the music industry so much. But there we go. That's our soapbox over with. Perhaps you'll be kind enough with the 17p you've got left in the meter.
Oh, yes.
To give us one last song. What are you going to do for your last song, Sasha?
I'm going to do a new song that I wrote about 2 weeks ago called I Gave Permission. Oh, well, we'll give permission for you to sing it. We'll get out of your way. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last time this afternoon, so pleased to get the technical problems fixed. It's Saturday.
I made myself into somebody everybody likes. Trade ammunition, just a smile and make a compromise. You take the credit strings and think I'll never, ever, ever mind. It's me. I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet. Blend into the background of my own sea. And I regret my disposition. You walked all over me and I gave permission. I made myself a little thinner, heard that's what they like. Soft in the middle, not too bitter, pleasant and polite. Stared at the figure of someone that I don't recognize. Smashed up the mirror when it looked back and I realized it's me. I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet. Blend into the background of my own sea. And I regret my disposition. You walked all over me and I gave permission. I gave permission. I gave permission. I gave permission. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. I was thinking, you know, your voice should be something that you could get in a spray. You can that you can get in a taste. You know, like if they bottled your sound, what would it smell like? What would it taste like?
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
No, I think it'd be quite floral with hints of vanilla.
I'll take that.
Oh, floral.
Vanilla.
Very
good.
Yeah, I think it would just I think it would make the room stop, open their ears and relax.
Oh.
Bit like sort of certain drugs that you can buy that I've read about on the internet. No, I think you've got such a relaxing, just a relaxing sound. Just your voice is mesmerizing. I mean, maybe, you know, you could be singing the phone book, as they say, but it's just beautiful. I think what you do is wonderful. I think you're a very talented young lady, and I hope that not only the stuff you're doing for other people, but that your music and your career hits the road running in 2023 and continues to grow, because it's
thank you very much.
You are very much worth so much.
Definitely. And I love that you come on the show and do this. It's really nice. We're so lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And great teeth. And she got great teeth as well.
Yeah, they are.
I'm going to hide them now. There they are. There they are.
There we go. I'm trying to get like a good view.
We like that.
You're trying to get a good angle, like an actress angle, like your movie star video, which is fantastic,
exactly.
by the way. Yeah, you've got to get the right angle.
I've got to get the right angle, but it's the phone. It's not doing it for me, really.
No, I know. Oh my God, it's like I turn the camera around on the phone to take a photo of myself, selfie as they call it. I just look like I'm in a spoon. You know, it's terrible. My face is fat enough already. You don't want it to be in a spoon. Anyway, thanks for all of your endeavours today, Sasha. It's been a pleasure having you with us, and I've shared a couple of your links, but do check out Sasha online. She goes under the tag of Tragic Sasha, so it's easier to find. Don't just put Sasha in the internet, because you'll just have thousands different pages. But if you put in Tragic Sasha, you'll come straight to a web page. I've shared the link on Facebook and others. Good luck in your endeavours. Thank you for your perseverance, and we'll catch up with you in the new year.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Sasha.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye.
That's us now. We are finished. We're just going to roll the end credits and say thank you. Thank you for being with us and persevering with our madness, or just listening in on the radio and thinking, oh, this is quite a quirky show. I like it. Thanks to Tom for doing all that he does, hosting and technicalities. He's your man.
He's good.
528 hertz. That's your sleep.
500. You did put a comment. Hold on. 528
hertz.
Would that
all over that?
Okay, I'm all over that tonight. Whoa, come on, girl. Come on, girl. Let's have some of that 528 hertz. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. We are in. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. We will catch you in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time, we've got another show. So join us in 2 weeks. If you fancy coming out and about, we're in town on Monday at 1 Colchester Community Hub from 2 till 4 with an in-person memory afternoon, which is going to be jolly spiffing, I've heard. I'm going to say goodbye to Jeanette. Bye-bye, Jeanette. Bye-bye, Tom. Bye-bye, Jono. See you again soon.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so, but putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3, wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich or peas on toast? Nothing could come close to Bubble and Squeak the day after our son